Good news finally. Graduate PSW evaluation is available. MAC suggests UK retain PSW visa. At last, the UK government has received advice from the MAC to maintain the graduate post-study work visa pathway, apparently. According to a recent analysis, the graduate visa path should continue since it is essential for supporting British universities and not undermining the quality and integrity of higher education. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel before we begin. Then, let's get started. Now, give it your all. Home Secretary James Cleverly had called for an urgent review in March, and the Migration Advisory Committee MAC examined whether the visa was being exploited and whether it was not being driven more by a desire for immigration. After finishing a degree program in the UK, international students are allowed to remain in the country for a maximum of 3 years with a graduate visa. Children and partners are also eligible to apply as dependents. In a study released last week, former Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick demanded the abolition of the graduate visa, stating that it allowed people to come and work in the gig economy and on very low wages. Leaders in academia and business have expressed concerns that, in the event that the study turned out poorly, the route was implemented in 2021 may be discontinued or scaled back. Universities reporting a sharp decline in the number of applications from overseas students due to concerns about new regulations. But the committee, made up of 5 university professors and a Home Office representative, said they found no evidence of widespread abuse of the graduate route. The risks of abuse are relatively low due to the limited number of conditions the route imposes, the report said. It also found the visa route is helping universities to expand the range of courses offered while making up for financial losses from domestic students and research, and is supporting the government's international educational strategy. The report said 114,000 graduate route visas were granted for applicants in 2023, with a further 30,000 for dependents. It said students from India, Nigeria, China and Pakistan account for 70% of all graduate visas, with India accounting for more than 40%. MAC chair and leading Labour economist Professor Brian Bell, the head of economics at King's College London, said, "Our review recommends the graduate route should remain as it is and is not undermining the quality and integrity of the UK's higher education system. The graduate route is a key part of the offer that we make to international students to come and study in the UK. The fees that these students pay help universities to cover the losses they make in teaching British students and doing research. Without those students, many universities would need to shrink and less research would be done. This highlights the complex interaction between immigration policy and higher education policy." A government spokesman said, "We are committed to attracting the best and brightest to study at our world-class universities, whilst preventing abuse of our immigration system, which is why the Home Secretary commissioned an independent review of the graduate route. We have already taken decisive action to address unsustainable levels of migration, and our plans are working." With a 24% drop in visa applications across key routes in the first 3 months of this year, compared with the same period last year. "We are considering the review's findings very closely, and we will respond fully in due course." Reacting to the report, Mr. Jenrick said the graduate route should be scrapped and the UK needs to urgently unwind the sector's growing dependency on foreign students. As he called the route a backdoor for foreign students to do low-wage work ... that isn't attracting top talent. He said the review's conclusions were constrained by the narrow terms of reference deliberately set by the government to back up their international education strategy that includes the arbitrary target of attracting 600,000 foreign students a year. "If you order white paint, you get a whitewash," he said. The report found most people on the graduate route had completed postgraduate courses, with the highest growth in the visa from non-Russell Group universities, postgraduate courses accounting for 66% of all graduate visas. Since 2021, the proportion of main applicants aged over 25 has increased by 15 percentage points to 54% in 2023. It also found graduate visa holders are initially overrepresented in lower paid work, but their job prospects and wages improve over time. Among the first cohort of graduate visa holders, about half moved to skilled worker visas, primarily into skilled roles. Now, students should not panic any longer because the visa is still intact. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for upcoming updates.